Titanfall 2 is one of the biggest multiplayer games of 2016, but with so many things to focus on, it might be a little confusing. Not only are there a ton of abilities and weapons to keep track of as a pilot, but Titan's had a ton of new abilities and skills to keep track of. So which Titan is right for you? We're going to go over all 6 of the Titan loadouts to weigh the pros and cons of each of them. Tone. If you're looking for the best all-around Titan, Tone is your best pick. It's a mid-range beast with tons of options both up close and defensively. Not only do the tracker cannon and tracker rockets do tons of damage on the field, but the sonar lock and particle wall offer lots of defensive abilities as well. Not to mention the salvo core you build up over time lets you unleash hell on your enemies all around the battlefield. Scorch. Scorch is one of Titanfall 2's biggest heavies, and it can do tons of fiery damage. The thermite launcher is slow but powerful at shooting fiery shots at your enemies. But most impressive is Scorch's Incendiary Trap core ability. The Incendiary Trap drops down a fiery line of death in front of your Titan, burning up everything in its path. Now, Scorch is the best in the more open maps, but it can do tons of damage in tight corridors. Ion. Ion is the energy-based member of the team and also a good mid-range choice. It doesn't fire off a ton of shots, but what it does blast off does tons of damage, especially its laser core ability, which blasts a long-lasting single laser beam that can cut through just about anything. While that may not be awesome against a lot of targets at once, it can cut through a single enemy like butter. Northstar. Northstar is a really tricky Titan. Not only is it an expert sniper with its plasma rifle blasting enemies from long range, but its cluster missiles and tether traps allow even more sneaky attacks to enemies who aren't paying attention. But when its core ability is saved up, it drops all the fun and games. It takes to the air with its flight core ability, blasting death upon every enemy down below. Legion is the real heavy of the Titans. The Predator Cannon minigun can tear through enemies in no time once it gets going. And the gun shield ability can offer some extra and very much needed defense while blasting off. And its Legion Smart Core makes it even more powerful when it unloads an unstoppable barrage of hits that lock on from its minigun, which then briefly gets unlimited ammo. Ronin. Lastly, the Ronin loadout really earns its samurai nickname. Its killer broadsword is hard to beat. Sure, it's more of a fragile Titan, but if you can get in close for melee damage, especially when its core has filled up, you can take out just about anybody. And it's real easy for Ronin to get in and out using its phase dash power. So those are all our favorite Titan loadouts. Be sure to check out all the rest of the awesome Titanfall 2 footage and our review on Fandom.